saw Christina.
Yeah, she popped in. I had sent her another request to join in, but it didn't let her back in. So, certain people,
Yeah.
they don't like for us to communicate, because then we start making connections that wakes people up on another level, and that's what they trying to stop, right?
And I'm glad you finally brought up that we're going to get to the point where they're waiting for us to take over, us to
That's
start doing. Because I even heard on our local news that, of course, I'm always at battle with the fake government locally, whatever. And they're talking about the violence and the children. I'm like, y'all started this problem, and you're making it seem like now you're gonna come in with the solution and the hero. Hold up. So now they're gonna give all these money so that the community can police themselves, which I've been saying we need to have our own little tribal force anyway when these cops went out to lunch, because your tribal police force can arrest their ass if they doing corrupt shit, especially these politicians would have been gone.
okay. Now, when you start talking about tribal shit, we getting into Angel Bay territory. If we wouldn't have never let them take Angel Bay off the land, we would have been had this shit back, because that's his job. That's what he came here for. He didn't come here to hobnob with the enemy and play kumbaya with the traitors. He came here to fuck shit up, right? But we so motherfucking scary, we just let him sit there and rot, right? So the
Oh, that's
lawgiver,
what I wanted to bring up to everybody, to get them caught up, along with the UFOs, okay, or unidentified flying objects. I don't know if it was a couple days ago. I've been watching the progression because I'm just on quiet Larry Hoover watch, and I'm watching the feds. So, a few days ago, a UFO was shown at Connecticut with two Black Hawk helicopters escorting it in. The day before or the day after, two senators were denied access to this federal prison. And I was like hitting Rod up the whole time, like, what's going on with them? Whatever. Next thing you know, what is it, yesterday or the day before, allegedly a fight in Texas, two gang members killed, somebody gets killed, and they lock down everybody in the federal prison system across the country. Now, to me, I see the fucking games, and it's one federal agent that's in charge of the investigation that has the authority to lock down everything. So I forgot his name, but I know it and I can find it. But that's just like the update of the last 2 weeks that have been very unusual with regards to just the federal penitentiary and what we've been asking for, freeing our political prisoners. And so it's just,
so if the senator's going to visit anybody, it's because they was already listed on the COINTELPRO document for neutralization, and that Larry ain't leaving. He ain't coming unless he got the whole clique. Everybody got to get free. So we can't see him till they done with all of those negotiations, because they all telling the same story. Go talk to Larry Hoover, right? They already got the papers. It's not a secret no more. COINTELPRO papers have been given out to the public in the public domain. You can go look, and you can go to the FBI with a Freedom of Information request. You just got to pay for the pages. So like, I think it's like a nickel a page or 3 cents a page. And then they had to give you the file. Ask for the file on the city under the COINTELPRO, and you'll get to see all of the names in that city that they had listed to be neutralized. It's over 400 names in Chicago alone. It's closer to 1,000 in Los Angeles. That ain't even counting the Bay Area. That ain't counting upstate California, downstate California. That's just LA alone had close to 1,000 that they needed off the street.
so I know some are in state, but some are in the feds. And I'm just saying the feds, whoever, then shut down all of that. So that's like a red flag to me. I have been paying attention to some governors have been doing a lot of pardons. So I don't know if it's trickling around, but it just hasn't reached the Fed level. But you know, that one article said that they were going to start releasing people. So what the fuck is going on? And whoever those two senators were, they were Democratic senators, and I know some of these other senators are getting arrested and probably temporarily housed. That's another possibility. But
Yeah,
why they
they,
can't come visit their friend?
yeah, that's possible too. Because if they didn't already been convicted for adrenochrome harvesting, human trafficking, any of that, they're not getting no visitors from none of them corrupt politicians that was supporting that shit.
Or Maxwell, I mean, she might be up there. That was like, was it Connecticut? But she should be fucking in Cuba, but I'm not quite 100% sure
Yeah, I
where
don't give.
she is.
If she
Yeah, I
breathing,
know you don't give a fuck.
I just want to skin the bitch. Can I skin her? I want to skin her alive so she can feel what them babies went through
You
when they was
said
getting.
they like that. You said she might enjoy it.
That she might.
How about we stick her in the room with some Care Bears or something out, something that would annoy Barney all day. I drive that bitch crazy with love in the
Yeah.
padded room. She
Yeah.
had to just die happy. I don't know, something.
Mhm.
Death would be too much for her. I had to make her suffer some way.
Yeah. So I don't know. Shit. Send their ass on a one-way trip to the sun. Put them all on one
Wouldn't
rocket and
mind
send
that.
them straight
I
to the
already think they
sun.
already getting picked up. I already told you they getting picked up. Why you
Hmm.
think we say hell? It's cold as hell out here.
Yeah.
Hell is here. It's backed up. It's sitting right there picking niggas up. I posted something in it's not Peru, it's Paraguay, somewhere down south, that like tunnel cloud. And I've seen it in ancient posts, like this little funnel cloud that goes from like Middle Earth. It's like a vacuum. That's what I call it, like a soul vacuum. It's picking niggas up.
Look, I got to tell them this because somebody just mentioned Britney Spears, and I don't know if they know it, but Britney Spears was the reason why she couldn't have control of her money is because she was one of their slaves and she was non-cooperative. She didn't agree with that bullshit they was putting her through. So they did some shit to try to make her lose her mind, but she was too strong. She endured it and sucked it up. So then they classified her as unable to manage her own affairs. Why do they do that? They do that because if you don't earn the money, you ain't gonna respect that shit, right? You gonna do it. You gonna do what you want to do with it. They shouldn't have never did that girl the way they did her. It's more to it to the story, but
But you
I
know
just
what?
wanted to make
What's up
mention of
with
that.
these parents with these rituals? I mean, I guess it's a whole nother side we're learning about these rites and Freemasons and how they've taken our shit and totally perverted to the way extreme. But it seems like I'm even getting deeper into a lot of these celebrities and their children that everybody they fuck with everybody, even
Yeah.
their own children. And
Look,
it's almost like I don't even understand this logic.
well, a lot of them that's messing with their own kids, them ain't their kids anyway. They hired a surrogate to give birth, and then they ain't got none of the blood relations to the child. So they don't give a fuck about the baby in the first place. They just did it so they can have something, some kind of sex toy to play with, right? But like, let's just take Paris Jackson, Michael's daughter, right? They got to give her all that shit he had when he died. They got to give her that shit back. She was his heir, right? So it don't matter whether she was his blood daughter or
So who
not.
has this stuff now?
um, the Sony Records took the record catalog. They made them sell the Beatles catalog. All that shit got to go back to her with interest.
And what happened with Neverland officially? Why they get rid of all that? Was it
So Mike
court
left
fees?
Neverland after they falsely accused him of touching kids.
Right. So he just abandoned it.
He just walked away from it because he said it was no longer a safe haven for children anymore. Right. And So when he walked away from it, they didn't sell it, but now somebody else owned it, and it's not in the Jackson family. I don't know who owned it, but they ain't the Jackson family. But um, it's somebody with a what you call Israeli last name, some shit, some Steen shit. You know, so
So they've been stealing just everybody's estate, even
yeah,
from Britney Spears.
yeah.
All
Look,
of us have been
they
in conservatorship, whether we realize it or not.
right. So
Somebody's been over
when
our shit.
they took Death Row for bankruptcy and sold it for $25 million to a Jewish lady, Suge Knight won it back 2 years ago in a lawsuit. Everything that they took from him, masters and everything, and residual royalties for the artists, all of that shit got to go back to him and his people. All of the artists that was on Death Row can now once again get royalties for the music they did while they was on Death Row. They couldn't get it when that lady had it because they lost it in a bankruptcy that was false. He was never bankrupt. But they sold it as if he was bankrupt because they refused to let him back on the premises. You know, it's more than that shit. That's just some of the shit. You know, and they killed Robin Williams, Dead Poet Society. You know, so I mean, the shit goes on and on.
But I think it might be in the list of Tupac and all them who faked, and might be somewhere. That's just allegedly. I don't know, but honestly, we still have a lot of excitement of all of these more conspiracy theories to see how this all plays out. I just want people to be open-minded, and to be open-minded, that means you have to make space to learn new shit. So y'all stay in your old cycle or your favorite time period or whatever. You might be missing some connections and things that you need to, add to learn and to expand what's going on, because it's a crazy time, but it's all playing out. Like, these actors are coming into stage, exit stage left, a lot of them. So literally, and it's just amazing to watch this play out. And I just can't imagine. I just posted how much the Super Bowl tickets were. This whole sports thing, and everybody been up in arms with Brady, and I haven't been giving it the energy. But to me, that's the highest paid slave market shit ever. And y'all watch it and give it all types of glory. Fuck Rihanna and all them other motherfuckers. Like, what the fuck? I'm just watching the commercials. Yeah, all right. That's the worst part too. Because they want your money. They want your Doritos. They want your party.
Listen,
That's what the cycle they've been keeping us in.
Yeah, why is the Super Bowl commercials the most elaborate commercials every year? They got the most symbols in them. And to put that many symbols out in the open, it's going to cost you.
Zero.
Because they energy harvesting like a motherfucker.
But I'm learning even the way the stadiums are designed. Like, we have really been asleep on stuff, and we haven't been the builders. They've been building this demonic energy shit. The BBC, I learned, I didn't know it was like a death ray. God damn. We've been really, like, now we woke. They ain't got worried. The Guardians, we woke you back.
Yeah.
Can't let this get out of hand no more. And we gotta protect our children at all costs. I'm gonna keep saying that. I can't wait to start to educate them.
Yeah, so
because they hungry and thirsty, bro.
Hey, you see me talking to the little shorty earlier?
I told you I've been getting kicked out.
Yeah, I was talking to the little guy. My man was on here, and his son was sitting there, son, ambidextrous, you know, and I was telling him, but it was just, you know, his attention and his awareness was getting my attention.
Oh, he was ambidextrous?
Yeah.
Are you?
No.
I am.
But I
Any
can.
practice writing?
Yeah.
Anything? Do?
I started learning to use my left hand later.
Okay.
So I'm not totally ambidextrous, but I ain't totally amber retarded either.
It to me, it was just a day to myself to see if I could do it.
Hmm.
I was curious. And then you know, people at school like test you like I bet you can. I'd be like, I bet I could.
Yeah. I had a cousin. I got a cousin that's ambidextrous since we was little. She been writing with her left and her right hand since kindergarten.
My left is actually pretty good. I just choose not to. But it's like certain activities I'll switch up because it's easier. Like even shooting a bow and arrow is
Hmm.
weird. I shoot better with my left.
Some people, that's
Never
like
knew that.
saying with shooting pool. Like some shots I can't shoot
Yeah.
regular. Some shots I gotta switch up.
Yep.
But that came
Maybe that
from.
is that different side of the brain that you taught me that day, and I had to write it down because based on whatever eye you're seeing it
Hmm.
goes to the other side of the brain, which is either the mama or the, and then it's like reflection, and then you got two images that you have to merge together to get the same. I'm like, damn, bro, you killed my brain that day on how it works.
Yeah, so right brain, mother brain, left brain, father brain, left brain, linear logic, right brain, abstract reason. If you can bring the abstract reason under the control of the linear logic where you can understand what the abstract reason is telling you, you can understand what the spirit is saying because the spirit doesn't speak in linear logic, it speaks in abstract information, right? And the abstract information is the spiritual information that we need the most, but we don't know how to translate it. So we need singers and songwriters, poets and philosophers in order to try to tell us what we're looking at in the world around us from the spirit because we don't know how to translate it because they taught us to stop progressing at 6 years old mentally.
You know what else has been happening with me that has been suppressed is the imagination.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
That's
not imagining these things like some of the shit like this. I'm not imagining. Like the unicorn, I'm not imagining. Like people might say that's crazy, but it's helping me and like what we do and do these receipts, it really does help. And having that childlike mind and always that thirst to learn something new keeps you sharp. So what you doing?
I'm getting the charger for my phone because it's about to die.
Well, I can let you go now. I feel better. I can go to sleep. Then I ain't got a crazy, crazy stalker.
No, I told you. You good.
Yeah, bro, because if I die, I'm coming back to haunt your ass.
If
Y'all
if
heard
you
it here first.
if you
But
die, I'ma snatch your ass back over here to life. Yeah.
but go ahead and get everybody else on. I'm thankful I waited my turn. Thank you, everybody. I just had to figure out my dilemma.
Yeah. I'm gonna
So
take
I
one
guess we'll
more
see.
caller. I got more than that, but I can't. I think I can handle one more before I burn out.
Go ahead, because I'm burnt out. All right.
Was their intentions. But there was somebody showed up at the concert that said y'all not killing this brother, but y'all don't catch that part, right? So I'm not gonna go into all of those details. But remember what I'm telling you. It was a blood right ritual by the Kardashians as a 66th birthday gift for Mama Kardashian, who turned her motherfucking man into a full-fledged bitch and made him cut his dick off. What kind of bitch can do that? Y'all motherfuckers not paying attention, right? Y'all not paying attention. A full-grown man cut his dick off and his balls fucking with that bitch. Tell me she ain't a bad motherfucking devil. right? So since they want to try to murder Travis Scott, see, that's why she's distancing herself. So when the gun